It is so important for us to remember to retell the story. Always to retell the story. And that's in this contemporary times, right? Many of us, if you look at our own society and what is going on, a lot of times we miss retelling the story. Retelling the story, whether we're in the grocery store, whether we're in Super $10 store, JCPenney's, we always have an opportunity to retell the story of a God who brought us out of Egypt. And so sometimes we don't have to always be in church. Amen, everybody? Amen. But whatever we do, I like talking, and because God is a part of my life, I don't mind retelling the story. And granted, I don't have to always retell the story of the biblical account of God delivering our ancestors out of Egypt, but indeed I can retell the story as an African American woman what God did to deliver us out of Egypt. And then as a woman, I can always retell the story how good God has been as a woman, how He delivered us out of the bondage of what we call Egypt, with all this that goes on as a woman. And so, as a parent, I too can still retell the story. Not just to my son, but also to his friends. Retell the story. That is the theme I'm trying to catch this morning. Retell the story, And if you don't tell the biblical, and if you don't tell your African American history, if you don't tell your gender story, you can always give a little account of your own personal life. As a person who struggled, who's been through, people who has oppressed me, depressed me, rejected me, and I can always retell the story. So there's plenty of stories we can always tell about God and how good God has been. Tell it when you sit down. Tell it when you go to bed. Tell it when you wake up in the morning. Retell the story.